Welcome to Material Testing Lab. Today I am here to conduct the experiments in your syllabus part B, that is a major experiment for you, that is a group experiment. In that first one is a tensile test, then second one is compression, then bending, then shear test. Today we will perform all these 4 tests using universal testing machine. This is a 600 kilonewton universal testing machine, and now I will explain the major parts in that machine. See, this is the fixed crosshead or upper crosshead. This is the lower crosshead. It's a lower table. Always the loading is acting from this lower table only. Whenever we release the wall, the load is acting from this one only. When you apply the load by releasing this wall, this table will move upward direction. When you close that wall, that will come back to original position. Now always this table is moving one. So now when you come to tensile one, the sample is fixed between these two jaws. When you come to compression, the sample is fixed between these two tables. The bending, we are going to fix the sample placing on these two rollers and again applying the compression load. Then when you come to shear test, there is a shear attachment is there. Using that attachment, in that case also we are applying the compression load. Now one by one we will see how we are going to conduct the experiment. The first one is the tensile. Now this is the load controlling valve. By opening and closing this valve, we can control the strain rate. So now this is load releasing valve. Load releasing valve. This is switching on button and off button. Now this up and down, these two buttons, we can operate the crosshead. If you want for adjustment, if you want, we can move upward and also we can downward. So when you applying the load, always we should keep this close, this valve always. Load releasing valve should be closed when we are going to apply the load. Next, this is a digital display. So here you can observe load and displacement. So for each loading condition, we need to measure the displacement. It will display, we need to note down those readings every time. So before starting the experiment, here we need to feed all the tensile sample details, those gauge length and total length and the gauge diameter, everything we should feed here, and also we need to feed the maximum load carrying capacity of the sample, approximately we need to give, and step by step we will get the load versus displacement reading. Those readings we need to note down manually, then you have to plot the graph. So the next experiment, to determine the tensile strength of the given material. Now it's a mild steel. Now we are going to determine the tensile strength of this material using universal testing machine. So before going to preparing the sample, we need to prepare as per ASTM standards. Now this is ASTM E8 standard. The given one is, the sample dimension is, this is the gauge length. This gauge length is 245 and this gauge diameter is 16 mm. Now the total length of the sample is 300. Okay. So each end we are done the knurling because to avoid the skipping when you fix between these two jaws. So now I am going to fix this sample between this upper and middle jaws. So while fixing we should be very careful. Now I am going to fix this sample between these two jaws.
first we need to tighten the upper jaw by applying load. Next need to fix the lower jaw properly. So now going to apply the load. So the here also for each 10 kilonewton we need to note down this displacement. Slow. Now we can observe the cross sectional changes in the gauge diameter. You know very well, during the elastic region, at the material, once the load is released, it will come back to its original position, but the starting point of the plastic region, that is the lower end. So once the material has reached to plastic region, the cross section changes will happen. Now it is happening on the sample. See now the load is coming back to, the load is automatically decreasing because once the neck formation is started, now the sample is going to break. So look at the load. See, this is the after applying the load of maximum, it has taken 150 kilonewton. Now the initially gauge length is we measured. Now after this one, if we measure, we will get the elongation. Now this is cup and cone formation has happened for the, usually this will be happen for the ductile material. The based on the readings recorded in the system, we need to first plot the graph, that is load versus displacement graph. From that one we need to calculate what is the stress, and that is yield stress and ultimate tensile strength and percentage of reduction in area and percentage of elongation and Young's modulus. Based on that graph, we need to calculate all these data of the material. Sorry, cut my. So once we plot the graph, we can calculate what is the yield strength, ultimate strength, and percentage of reduction in area and total percentage of elongation and Young's modulus of the material. So using this system recorded data, that load versus displacement, we can calculate all these material properties of this given material.